Hello everyone. Tara Babe 1000 made a request comparing a couple items. One would be the mini pochette Louis Vuitton. It's about 5 inches and about 4 across and about 4 inches tall. It has just an open pocket. This is the Louis Vuitton Damier Abine, so it has this darker checkered and it will always have the red interior. I happen to have another mini pochette, and this is in the monogram, and I love the illustrate. I've mentioned before, this sweet lady here reminds me of my grandmother, so love this. It has some interesting accessories with the pink that I like, and it's inside as its traditional canvas. And the other item we are to compare is the Eva. And here she is. This is the Eva Clutch, also Louis Vuitton, and I also have this in the Damier. This was the original print that they had more than the monogram. And I understand that they went with the monogram. That was a second generation Louis Vuitton because they thought it would have less copying and replicas made. Kind of interesting because it's kind of the other way around. They are all wonderful investments. I'm to share from Tara Babe 1000, and thank you incidentally for that request, the pros and cons of these two items. And another one too, the bigger pochette, excuse me, which I also have because I'm quite spoiled. I actually worked quite hard for these. I've paid for all of them, I promise. Okay, but when you're an old lady, sometimes you get longer to collect them, right? Okay, it's gonna be difficult to find cons. They're all really, really good. And I've done reviews on the mini pochette and the Eva Clutch. So let me please share what would fit in them and the order in which I think if you were gonna purchase them, which one's gonna be the best for you. Let's take the mini pochette. It does have the gold brass link, which is beautiful. It does clink a little bit, but it's not distracting, I don't believe, at all. It will connect over here, so you could have it as a clutch. Wonderful for going out. If I had between these three items, I would pick the mini pochette first because it's when you're going out and you don't need a lot of items, this will still hold what you need. Let me show you now. You gotta have your phone and you're gonna need your mini. So I'm just adding my card holder here, and I would say I would probably add a clay. The review is not on the clay, but let me show you. You could attach keys to it and fit your keys in here if you'd like. I have business card and folded cash, and so I would put my phone and my cards and my clay, and then I would put a lipstick here. And that's all I'm going to need except for a key. And since this is a mini pochette, I would probably try to stick with just one key and stick that in. Or, as I mentioned, this clay would easily hold that one key. So if I just needed a house key, I could put that in also. It's amazing. It zips up. And that's plenty for me to take on an evening out. These same items in the Eva Clutch would also fit. This would be my second choice. It's the strap that makes it the second choice also. I could take the clay and I could take my phone and the card holder, and I'm only halfway done. I would probably want to take gum with me, and incidentally, if I'm worried about my keys clinking against my phone, because I do leave it rather bare, then I might put it in a thin phone case, and then I don't have to worry. So I'm going to put that in. And I might need to take all of my keys, and currently I'm using this 6 key fob. There's been a request to do a review on this, so I'm going to be doing that next. And I'm going to stick this inside here. My main objective here is I don't struggle too much to work hard to get them all in. This is going to hold everything. Your makeup is going to be able to fit on top, and I can show you. I have Louis Vuitton accessories, which is, let me bring up, please, that if you were if you're starting a Louis Vuitton collection, I actually kind of think it's a good idea to start with the accessories because it can go from one bag to the other. I'm going to need my chapstick. I'm going to take a a lip gloss that also has color, and I might take my eyeliner, and I could still put more in there. It's just to illustrate. And then it's ready to go. It's lots of room. This is sticking out a little bit more than I'd like, so I might play with it a little bit, but it's going to hold what I need and to take, so I like it. If it didn't come with the strap, I don't know, as much as I love it, if I would have gotten it. It's this little strap, and you've seen it on the Eva Clutch. It hangs low, and you've seen me do this perhaps before, but I would love it on the mini pochette. I don't have one job. I have 3 pretty much sometimes. They're not always consistent, but I stay busy, and I know we all do. And we get to reward with some of these items perhaps, but I love to take, when I'm presenting at one of the jobs, I love to wear this Eva Clutch strap with the mini pochette, and the only thing I will want to carry with me then is my phone. So it would easily fit into, as you've seen, into the mini pochette. And I think it's classy, and I think this looks nice enough, and I'm comfortable with it. Sometimes this might make noise, but again, if I say again, because yesterday I shared in a review that if you take the little gold strap and you loop it around, that it works okay, and it lessens on the sound. I don't even hear it now. Okay, so my first purchase would be the mini pochette. I've shared with you why, as far as it fits things in, but let me also share with you, please, that as this detaches, it easily detaches into other bags very well. I am in love still with the Speedy, and I have the D-ring inside right here. And because the Speedy is an empty pit, it's very easy to lose the phone. So I traditionally will keep my phone in here, zip it up, and then if I get a call, it's much easier to find. I can also keep the phone in this pocket, but I have a tendency to keep it full with other things, and so it just gives me that added option. And then another bag that I love that somebody else made a request on to do on the Neverfull, and I'm trying to think of an interesting slant on that because the Neverfull is such a popular bag. There's been lots of good reviews on it. But if I can offer something, I'm happy to do these reviews. Everyone has been so kind, and I appreciate it so much watching, and really me having the opportunity to watch your videos. So thank you for keeping those coming, by the way. But here in this bag is the D-ring, and it's going to fit inside this D-ring quite easily as well. So that's where I'd keep my phone so that I can find it. Occasionally the mini pochette can be used to hold your makeup. So if I have a makeup bag here, but sometimes like in the this takes up too much room if I'm going to have the larger pochette in there. And so I will put my makeup in one of these mini pochettes, and it works very well also. Because a mini pochette can work for makeup in a smaller bag, because it can be used to hold your items when you go out and it's small, and because it attaches to the strap, it is the #1 piece. It would be the #1. Then I would go with the Eva Clutch, because you can't really implement the strap. You can buy the strap separately, but I think this is worthy enough of my investment. I've already got my money's worth out of it, I promise, to warrant it. So I like that second. Now this big pochette is interesting because I will use this very consistently also. I have no complaints on it. I wish I could talk about some of the negativity, but that's what I love about these. I don't really see any. If I had to find something, this does patina over time and it does age, but I don't really see that as an advantage. I am an older person, and so I would like to think that we get better over time. It's just different, and that's how I kind of see these straps. It might not be as attractive to somebody else, but to me it shows depth, and it shows timelessness in a way, even though it's showing its age, but it's still showing its strength and its beauty, and I love it. I don't use this as a going out bag. I think you could. It's very similar and would hold very similar to that of the Eva Clutch. It's just a more casual look. I personally use this simply to hold my items, and typically what I will hold in here are the miscellaneous items that I don't want them all over the bottom of my bag. And you can see the items that I have in here. I don't want it so full because I don't like it all bulgy, but it will hold little accessories, and it will hold things like candy. I want that with me. And here's Tic Tacs. So I'm proving you I want the candy. I have floss that I always keep with me and a tape measure, and it is amazing what I use this for, but I use this every week. I'm glad I have it. Somebody's asked me what this was. This is a Brighton brand. This is from years and years ago. It works well. You can get, I don't know if it's as cute as this. I really think this is cute, but you can get a little plastic one for $1 at Hobby Lobby. It's easy to come by. I've mentioned before in past videos, my son has diabetes, and no matter what, I'm going to have glucose tablets with me when I'm out with him. He used to have them on him too, but it makes me feel better. I have traveling scissors, more candy. I have a little flashlight with me. I rarely need this, but it just makes me feel better having it with me. And eye drops. They do get red from time to time. And then I keep, this is just an Advil container, and finally the wrapping came off, and I just keep my Advil and Midol, things like that in there. And with all the things going on with mosquitoes around here, I have an Afterbite bug ointment. And then I have Tide to help get stains out. And then I have this big whistle. So that's just various miscellaneous things that can go in there. Let me show you what it would look like if you put your cell phone in there, since somebody may be interested in using this as a little handbag. And again, I say this, but I guess I think it's worth repeating. These items are so versatile and can be used for so many things that it's a good thing to have. It truly is. Okay, these keys are kind of bulky because I have all of my keys on here. I'm going to put that in there, so that in the phone. I'm kind of going to order which I would need them. These two are going to hold my money. It's already getting a little bit difficult to put in. This is probably why I don't use this as a clutch. For me, it fit a little easier in this clutch, in the Eva Clutch. I'm just going to drop the makeup items. I'm going to put everything that was in this Eva into this bag. And as you can see, it fits. So this will work. I'm only picking this in third place only because this will probably stay for what the purposes I use it for, which is to hold miscellaneous. It typically stays in my bag, and I could use a less expensive bag to hold all of that if I wanted to. That's really the only reason I picked it for third. I feel blessed to have all of them. I use them regularly, and so I hope I haven't confused you more by saying which one's the best. I'm just making myself pick an order in case you were in need of doing the same, and that's going to be the mini pochette, then the Eva Clutch, and then the bigger pochette. I understand that they have one that's supposed to stand on its own, although this one was standing on its own on the table just now, no problem. And I think it may be just a little bit bigger. I'm not as familiar with that as I thought. And somebody had asked me if I thought I would get it, and probably in time, or if I had the option to go into the Louis stores regularly, I would fall in love with it. But this has served me well, and I'm very, very happy to have them all. So there's a lot more pluses than negatives. But I hope this review's been helpful, and thank you for the request, and God bless everybody. Thanks.